MMORPG Swordsman previews 3 classes. Heroes and generals beef up their arsenal. Neverwinter gets a chilling update. TPS Minimum sees revival, and more on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. While potential masters of the sword in Europe and North America are still anticipating a release date for the martial arts-inspired MMORPG Swordsman, Perfect World's development team has no shame teasing those players with juicy sneak peeks of what's in store for the official release sometime this year. Set during the Ming Dynasty, Swordsman is based upon Chinese wuxia novels by Louis Cha. 10 diverse styles of martial arts comprise the battle platform for Swordsman, including 3 showcased in the latest trailer. The teachings of Wu-Tang resemble that of a tank, wielding a heavy 2-handed sword with impeccable strength, while providing group buffs and heals. The Sun and Moon cults provides a DPS option with a dual blade wielding and high mobile assassin, while House Tong teaches a more ranged style of battle, featuring fast attacking firearms that can potentially strike multiple targets. More sword slashing action is sure to emerge as Swordsman gets closer to release. The Lord of the Rings online executive producer Aaron Rowan Campbell took to the forums recently to talk about what direction the Tolkien-inspired MMORPG would take over the next 2 years, including a reveal of the previously discussed new class coming later this year. The skin-changing Bjorning will storm into the game this year and is described as a race of man with close origins to the Rohirrim and the Men of Dale. Other new tidbits in Rowan's letter includes a general layout of the game's updates with 3 major paid updates scheduled in 2014, including the Paths of the Dead, Dead Marshes, and the Pelargir. Various other tweaks to monster play, kinships, and festivals are also in the works. However, a major revamp to housing is officially off the table. A bone-shuddering breeze is crawling its way this May, as MMORPG Neverwinter anticipates the release of its new module Curse of Icewind Dale. This iconic location within the Forgotten Realms should be a sweet piece of nostalgia for those familiar with the series, and a unique prerogative for those seeking a different adventure from the usual routine. Throughout these newly implemented lands, a fusion between the sentient crystal shard and ice of the surrounding area can be found and obtained for crafting. Those brave enough to put their life on the line can enter areas flagged as PvP, with the advantage of gaining black ice at a rate which is much more lucrative. Icewind Dale also brings along some special surprises, such as a new Paragon path for rangers entitled Pathfinder. This will introduce at-will, encounter, and daily powers, along with 3 new class features as well as 3 new feats, giving any rangers roaming the lands a little more pep in their step. Black ice? Crystal shards? Oh yes. Winter certainly is coming, and we're all invited to bundle up this May 13th. The mysterious, dangerous, and developing world of Chantra is bound to receive a whole new catalog of potential heroes very soon, as closed beta pre-registration has emerged for the PvP-focused MMORPG Archlord II. Potential testers can use their existing gpotato.eu, jpotato.com, or webzen.com accounts to sign up for the closed beta testing scheduled to begin in June. If you're already familiar with the realm of Archlord, having an existing account and have been active on it within the past 3 months, you are encouraged to pre-register with it, as developers plan to pay their due to the already committed Archlord fanbase first. Prospects are sounding optimistic for a game that is still in alpha, with signs that PvP battles of upwards of 400 players are in order. Registration is available on the official site. Redomoto, the development team churning out new schematics and materials for heroes and generals, recently unveiled their latest update, within an 11th installment of their beta Videolog series. Codenamed Oster, the latest build for the historical FPS set during World War II adds mechanized recon assault teams, which are an upgrade from motorized recon, while also bringing about a larger and more accessible campaign map, new weapons, and 2 new vehicles, the SDKFZ222 and M8 Greyhound. Several tweaks and mods, such as boost in hand grenade effectiveness and various power balancing improvements, are also in working order. Further improvements include adjusting the way the camera functions, as well as creating more immersive realism by better syncing the player avatar with its environment. Previously, ammunition was fired from the position of the camera and not the weapon itself. However, this has since been remedied, making it less dependable when shooting from the hip and improving the effectiveness of aiming down sight. Players interested in checking out these changes can already enjoy them on the official servers now. Ever since Timegate filed for bankruptcy and dropped off the map, little was to be known about the whereabouts of their aesthetically simple and quirky third-person shooter Minimum, which had been in development at the time the business let go of their staff and shut their doors. However, it appears the independent studio known as Human Head is gearing up with Atari to get the game back in motion, as a new website for Minimum states it is on its way to early access. After nothing was heard of whose hands this graphically minimal adventure was being put into, it was easy enough to throw in the towel and assume it was another data pile in the forgotten realm of broken free-to-plays. But the revival is among us. Are you excited to see the minimalistic Minimums return? Let us know. And the game of the week is Villagers and Heroes. Self-proclaimed as a friendly online game, Villagers and Heroes is an MMORPG that is strongly based on player interaction and has very recently been integrated into the Steam platform, potentially taking an already socially dense gaming experience into an even larger population. This MMORPG has many layers of lore and activities, with just as much focus on crafting and physically building its community as there is on PvE. Gathering and crafting in Villagers and Heroes is simple and intuitive, yet complicated enough to keep any designer interested. Players can gather anything from plants to ore, fish, and even bugs to use while in their creating havens. While particular crafting skills are more beneficial to certain classes as such, players are encouraged to learn to craft what best suits their role. While Villagers and Heroes puts the gaming spotlight onto crafting, there's much else in the 7 realms to explore and conquer. Many weapons and spells are to be obtained and used against the force of evil that plague the surrounding area of Ardent. Once the wear and tear of battle begins to take its toll, players may relax by taking part in a village project, visiting the item shop, and making deals at the auction house, or put their feet up in their own furnished home. Having recently underwent a major graphical overhaul, now is the perfect time to build yourself a legacy, become the village hero, and set the path to conquer the Eastern realms in Villagers and Heroes. And that is going to be all on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. If you guys were at PAX East, I was there, and if you came to say hi, that was cool. If you didn't, that's cool too. But I'm glad to be back. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. And be sure to head over to MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action. Until next time, Natsumii out.